Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about Jamaica's state of emergency and the extension of the state of emergency. They just extended the state of emergency until May 2nd, 2018. So we're in January. If they murder off all the people in St. James, who is going to work in the tourism industry? I guess they might get Chinese from over China if they come take over Jamaica and work and do hard labor, I guess. So we're gonna have 4 months of state of emergency in Montego Bay. And a lot of people are saying that they're just trying to protect their coins, they're just trying to protect the tourist industry, because the only reason why Montego Bay is under state of emergency is because Montego Bay is a primarily tourist attraction, and also somebody got murdered in front of the Donald Sangsters International Airport, and right after that is when they announced the state of emergency. So I'm going to read this news article and then I'm going to get into the topic a little bit more. And it says the police say 24 persons who were arrested in operations conducted in St. James on the weekend remain in custody on suspicions of being involved in various crimes committed in the area. According to detectives, some of the individuals are suspected in cases of shooting with intent and lottery scamming. They say arrangements are being made for those suspected of murder, shootings with intent, robbery with aggravation to face an identification parade. 92 persons were detained in the operation, which began on Friday and ended on Sunday. The other 68 persons have since been processed and released. So they locked up 92 people and then they released 68. As investigators have also disclosed to the date, 9 persons who were arrested in previous operations have been charged for various offenses. So previously I did a video where they said they arrested over 100 people, and I was saying in that video that more than likely a lot of these people that they detained and arrested will be released with no charge, because that's what they always do. I don't know if they're just putting it out there to make it seem like they're doing something, or the crime and violence is going to be reduced because they arrested or detained over 100 people. But now I like how this is some clarifications, and it says 92 people were arrested and 68 was released. So 92 minus 68, you have 24 people that is actually going to be arrested and charged. And it says in the past, up to date, 9 more people were arrested in the state of emergency. So you have 24 plus 9, which is 33. So in all, in this state of emergency, you have 33 persons that they actually detained, arrested, and charged for various crimes in St. James. Do you think that 33 persons are enough people to be arrested with the way how crime was going in St. James? Because over 330 something people were murdered in St. James last year, and they hold the record for most murders in 2017. Do you think that the state of emergency is actually going to work? People are also saying that students and teachers are having a difficult time getting to school on time, and a lot of business are hurting because of the state of emergency. The criminals, as they say, already ran to other neighboring parishes like Westmoreland, Hanover. Do you think that they already left and this is just wasting resources? Because I feel like to an extent this is wasting a lot of resources, because up to date they only had 10 firearms that they seized and over 100 ammunition. and for a state of emergency and for the Jamaica Defense Force to be boots on the ground working, I don't think that's enough. I feel like there's way more firearms and way more ammunition, especially in St. James, that they have not found yet. And my thing is, if you're going to do state of emergency, make sure you leave no stone unturned. Okay? And I don't think the JDF have enough personnel to actually secure all of St. James. I don't think they put enough JDF officers from what I've seen. I don't think that they put enough JDF officers in Montego Bay as far as checkpoints are concerned. I feel like these criminals can easily flee to different parts of Jamaica. And I feel like as soon as JDF went to Montego Bay, then Clarendon and Spanish Town started with the increase in crime and violence. Or maybe it's just me. If you pay attention to the news, you know, as soon as the JDF went to St. James, the murder rates and all that went down. But places like Clarendon and Spanish Town, there's shootouts at school, kids getting shot, craziness, okay? Craziness. So I feel like, quite honestly, this state of emergency is just a ploy and a plot for people to actually keep their coins, okay? For the tourist industry to flourish, because if you guys didn't know, last year in the first 6 months, Jamaica made $1.3 billion in tourism alone. So when people talk about Jamaica is poor and all that, check again. We are very rich. Our funds are just being mismanaged and mishandled. So comment in the comment section and tell me if you think that the state of emergency is working to everybody's favor, is working to Jamaicans' favor, there's less murders going on, or do you think it's just to save the coins and save the tourism industry? Because if they murder all the people in St. James, who is going to work in the tourism industry? I guess they'll get Chinese from over China to come take over Jamaica and work and do hard labor, I guess. So, do you think 10 firearms and 100 ammunitions is enough guns and ammunitions to take off the street of St. James with the amount of murder that happened last year? Do you think that that's a good number? Do you think like that's nothing compared to what is actually in St. James and on the island itself? I think that's not enough personally. I think they should have at least about 50 guns and way more ammunition than that, but whatever. We'll take what we can get as long as the crime rate is being reduced somehow, some way. Comment in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about this. Do you think that the 33 persons are enough? Do you think the 10 gun and over 100 ammunitions are enough for the zone of for state of emergency? I keep saying zone of special operations, but what? Do you think that the teachers and students and business owners that are complaining about the state of emergency are just overreacting? Like, comment, share, and subscribe to your girl here on YouTube. I'm up out of here, man. Deuces.